this is my. The question is, what's the earliest memory I have of each child? Well, this one is of Tyler, and it's not necessarily the earliest memory, but the thing that was fun about Tyler is he was like a little pet monkey. He would crawl all over me, and I loved it. And he got a big kick out of crawling up on me and sitting with my face in his stomach, holding on to me. He thought that was really funny because I couldn't watch TV or whatever I was doing. But I loved it. I loved it. Now, I've noticed that with Tyler, he has picked up on more of my stuff that I do with little kids than any of the other kids that I know of. Twirling them around, throwing them around, all the there's a whole myriad of things that I would do with little kids. Did with Tyler. Probably did learn most of them with Tyler because he was so fun to play with, and the thing I want to say to Tyler, what I'm proud of is Tyler started out life with some real serious problems, one or two, and it's a tendency for any parent that when a child is like that to go, oh, woe is me, what am I going to do? How am I going to raise this kid and him become a fine, upstanding, contributing man in the community, right? So we had that kind of situation with Tyler, and his mother got real busy. One of the thing I am most proud of Linda doing is she's a good special ed teacher, and she took Tyler and really worked with him, and I think that made a huge difference. But I'm very, very proud of Tyler that he's starting with that, and when he got to junior high is kind of like the wasteland of education. In junior high, he started to come out a little bit and fight back. He had some kids that were bullies to him, and he was dealing with that, and I thought he might even succumb to it because I had dealt with bullies in my life, and they really messed me up. But Tyler was getting bullied, and and then we went to Calf Creek, and I saw him blossom. And every day he just worked on his whole being, his whole personality, and he blossomed. It took some years, but by the time he was ready to go into high school, he was a changed kid and a force of nature. He was such a force of nature in junior high or in high school at Mountain View that they gave him the name of Nephi. I mean, you have to be somebody to get the name of Nephi. And I went to school a couple times to do things at school and saw what a leader he was, and had lots to do with his friends who just thought the world of him. And he has that same thing going on today. So I'm very proud that Tyler believed in himself enough and took advantage of the really good training he was getting all over the place, and a tiny bit from his dad, and he took that and molded itself into this amazing force of nature. Went on his mission, came back all fired up about the people he taught, the place he was. Never forgot it. And when the idea presented itself to do Village Book, he did it with Rebecca's help, and he had a wife that supported him in that. So grateful for her, because that has resulted in what Zawadi is today. And Tyler has got a great reputation amongst some of the coolest people in the Utah Valley, who really believe in him and really think that the idea he's come up with is going to go places, and they've been willing to invest in it. That's when you really know somebody likes you, is when they're willing to invest in you. Lots of money. And Tyler's been able to assemble those people and make them feel good about themselves, deal with the problems of running a business, including firing people, all this stuff. And he's just become the wisest of us all, if I can say that. I think I could say that. So proud of you, Tyler.
Thanks, Dad.